Well, this dance hall racket might interest you.
Dance hall racket.
Long story. If you've got the time, I can...
Well, I've got the time. Can I hear the story?
Helen, bring me in the dance hall racket.
Hi guys, it's hot and sweaty and I figured we will do a wee little reading vlog. I have picked up Home is Where the Bodies Are by Geneva Rose, is that how you say her name? Anyways, I have been warned that I'm not gonna like this book. Probably not gonna like it. But I'm stubborn, so I got it from the library because we need to know, because you can't tell me what to do. To which I flip over the back and the first testimonial is from our all-time favorite, Coho. So, take bets, buckle up, cause I'm sure I'm gonna have things to say. We haven't even made it off of the first page and we're already digging at junkies. So, sorry if you guys can hear my fan. I don't have an air conditioner. It's hot. We have a heat warning. Literally not even off. I mean, I guess it's what page is this technically? It's technically page 3, all right? One, Beth. Not even off of the first page and we're digging. And if you don't know, this is something I'm incredibly sensitive about. So, well, this is it's gonna be it. All right, we're playing thriller bingo. We've already got mention of drug use and abuse in the first less than a page. We have a dysfunctional family with a secret. We also now have casual excessive drinking mentioned on page 18. We're that far. That's it. We're only on page 18. And we're already ticking all the boxes. And these are all the boxes that I don't enjoy so much. So it's gonna be a fun one. 18 pages in. Alright, so I'm getting ready for bed. I did not get very far. I was momming and then I started doom scrolling because it was just kind of boring me. So I went and plugged this in to Goodreads, right? And I found it is on a list. I don't know, somebody's like calibrated list. What was it just called? And I'm just cracking up and I'm so tired and I'm ready to go to bed just because I definitely thought I was gonna get more. The only good thing that I have to say about this right now is that the chapters are really short. Oh, it is called You Can Tell I'm a Thriller Because Scary Handwriting Font. And this is in it, so I'm cracking up right now because that's so true. Like, bingo check. I didn't get very far. I'm on chapter 14. But the characters are boring. They are very stereotypical, and I'm already feeling like this is not original at all. Our characters are very generic. Drug addict, asshole, person that stays behind and is just mediocre in a small mediocre town. That's it. There's very little atmosphere so far. I mean, there's no setting other than they're in their house. It's not very descriptive. It's not very deep. You guys know I love a good atmosphere. I'm all about the descriptors, and I'm not getting that. So, again, I'm gonna apologize for my fan. I don't have an air conditioner. I'm hot, and I'm not turning it off to give you these little updates, but I might try and read one more chapter, 2 more chapters, because again, they're short, but like, honestly. Like, it's just, it just is. It's, I'm, we'll see. I'm not impressed so far. It's like 11 and I currently find myself doing the I would rather do anything other than actually pick up this book to read again. So that should tell you how it's going. Other than I still think the characters are incredibly boring. Their entire personalities, like I couldn't tell you what they look like. I could not tell you what these characters look like. Their entire personalities are cliche drug user in the most cliche, horrible way. Pity me. I have no self. Asshole rich brother. That's it. I still don't feel driven because the characters are about this deep, maybe 2 fingers deep at most. That is literally their entire character depth. So I really don't care how they feel about finding their findings. I'm trying not to spoiler it, but you guys know there's gonna be spoilers. You know what, let's just go with there's gonna be spoilers after this point, so if you don't want to know, then don't watch this. Okay, so let's just say if I wasn't stubborn and trying to finish this book for a reading vlog, this is the point where I would choose to DNF the book. All right, I've lost my attention. I really don't care. If this was anything else and I wasn't stubborn and trying to create this for you guys, this is my choice of where I would choose to put it down. I would not pick it back up. And again, this is why I wanted to get it from the library, because I had a feeling this was gonna happen. And my feeling was correct. I think I'm at 90 pages right now. Like I said, I'm literally trying to find everything else except picking up this book. I did the same thing last night also. So that should have been my tells that this is not holding my attention. I've read much farther than I should have already. As it is, I've read much further than I thought I would. We're gonna finish it because it's not making me upset like I thought it would, because like, while I find the Nicole, the sister with addiction, incredibly cliche, and the way they're describing the usage and the way that Beth is treating her sister and they're depicting it is so stereotypical. It is the rhetoric that is the problem with society as to why we can't help people as a whole. The fact that there's a scene where she's dropping Nicole off at the methadone clinic and she's sitting there judging all the people, being like, every single one, statistically, because she Googled it, every single one of these people will relapse. Yes, because yes, this is true. Yes, this is it. But also statistically, relapse is a high possibility while trying to better yourself. So to put it in a negative stance, rather than be like, yes, it's inevitable, you have to count in for that and you need to mentally be prepared for that, that it's not going to be not very, very, very few people can go cold turkey, but the tone of just the negative tone, I don't know which words I want to put to it, that go like accompany this scene, irritate me. And I find that I'm sitting here while I'm reading, because my face hurts, that I'm sitting there reading this book like blobfish. Like, I'm not happy with reading this. Like, why are we doing this? This is so cringe. I just, again, to actually like announce that I'm going to DNF it, I have to be incredibly irritated with the book, which I should have done with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I should have DNF'd that book. That book irritated me so much. I think I'm gonna make another video for that, but like that book with literally over 1 million ratings on Goodreads, I can see what you guys like about these books, but honestly, they're not doing it for me. It's very cookie cutter. This is very copy and paste. I'm not finding anything original in this story at all. I could apply this to any other thriller. Death, siblings that don't get along, dysfunctional family, drug addiction, casual drinking, and by casual I mean casual drinking to numb out your emotions, which is just blatant alcoholism, because like we don't want that as a coping mechanism when you that's all like also like a step into addiction, if you guys aren't familiar with that. Like like I said, like I've said before, and if you're new here, you know this is something that I'm incredibly passionate about, and it's like as a topic and an issue in society. So again, immediately I go in like go in guns blazing.
My guns.
Oh.
Anyway, I started blasting. Bah,
Wow.
bah.
But like, we're gonna finish this. I'm just so bored. It's boring me.
Somebody who's a close childhood friend is now a detective and can help them. Check the bingo. Okay. So, I don't remember what the last time I updated you guys on. I am on chapter 34, 182 pages in. Have I ever told you guys how much I hate when the character in a thriller and or horror, specifically the female character, because it's almost always a female character who has some sort of addiction problem, thinks something, and then, or has an idea, or wants to do something, and nobody wants to listen to her or follow anything she says because drug addicts can't be trusted. That is something that I hate so much. And it is so obvious that that's what's going on in this. And it doesn't even matter if it's like, I don't know if what the drug addict sister is saying, Nicole is saying, is true or actually follows through. But the fact that the two other siblings are like, no, we can't trust anything. You're being sneaky, you're being bad because you're a drug addict and everything you do is wrong. No matter what you do, no matter what you think, no matter how hard you're trying, it's wrong. I can't stand it. It's 240 something pages in this. We're almost done. We're almost done, guys. The windows are open. Sorry, you can hear all the cars, but like, I just want to be done with this book because I need to be done with it. I can't do it. All right, there are 50 pages left in this book. I'm gonna get through this book, but they have 100%. When you go into a thriller, you know 100% there's gonna be a twist. So the fact that it's leading up to the fact that the father killed or whatever, potentially the girl or whatever, and that's where we're being led. You know automatically, as soon as that's mentioned, that it's actually not going to be it. Because if it's blatantly stated in a thriller, you know that it can't be true. So honestly, this feels like a waste of time that we're going back and forth, other than the fact that it's also jumping this perspective. Okay. Not only are we jumping timeline from 1999 back to whatever their current time period is, the perspective change, I'm getting very confused, other than the fact that every character is boring me and there really is no difference between who's telling the story. There is no reason that we need to be switching perspective because they're all fucking boring. There. I said it. There's no need for us to change perspective because you're not getting more insight from one character than the other. At all. It's all the same. But, again, I'm like 100% sure I've figured this out entirely. And if I did, I'll let you guys know. It means I figured it out in the first 25% of the book. This is not a long book. So, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna try and finish this. Actually, I'm gonna go get up and switch over my laundry because I realized I had put laundry in when I was avoiding everything. So I have to go get the laundry out. And then I'm gonna finish these last 50 pages and I am 100% sure I know where this is gonna be going. All right, page 218 explains and states the name of the book, because at least we can give points for that, because having the title of the book be somewhere inside the book and the story is always a fun thing. I've got 30 pages left. I was right. I've still got pages left. I was right. I 100% predicted this in the first 20% of the book. I was right. That last chapter did not need to be in there. I was right about the plot twist. I was right about it in the first 20%. See that green tab down there? That's where I guessed the entire plot and the twist and what was going to be. It was on page 80 something. It's in the first quarter of the book. These tabs, I stopped tabbing it because it was so obvious, were where I was tabbing reasons to back it up. And blatant things that if you're paying attention, you can guess. I can see why people like this book. I did not. I was so bored. Was it entertaining? I guess. Again, I can see why you like this. For me, this just didn't hit it for me. What time is it? Where's my phone? It took me less than a day to read. Less than 24 hours to read. So it wasn't a huge waste of time for me. Boring. Shallow characters that bored me. And I hate. So in the last chapter, the drug addict sister, which that's her only fucking characteristic trait, and I hate it. That's all the description I can have for you. Becomes an author because that was her dream, right? And she's explaining it and she's like, I forgive my brother for what he did. And I would tell him I love him. I cannot stand that. If somebody does wrong, like that level of wrong, you can't forgive them. You can't spend an entire book belittling and degrading drug addicts who need to be forgiven and loved, and just grinding it in for you to forgive the white boy. Because it's okay. He was troubled, but he wasn't troubled. There was no reason. There was no reason. He's just a white boy that should have had a better life and deserved it. I'm gonna let this sink in for a little while. 2 stars. We're gonna go with 2 stars. 1 star. I would have given it 1 star, but I would have had to DNF it. So guys, I didn't DNF it, but I should have. Boring. Predictable. The only good thing is this amazing cover, which has nothing to do with the book. It has to do with who created this. It's noted in the back. Sarah Riedlinger. You did an amazing cover. That's the best part of this book, in the fact that the chapters were short. But like, I'm gonna sit and think about this, because honestly, I'm just glad I'm done. I'm so happy that I am done with this book, because now I can read things I want to read. And I hope this was like somewhat entertaining for you guys as a vlog, and it wasn't too bad, because these are generally like the text messages that I would send to Dallas. I voice memo her, and instead of voice memoing her, I just decided that I would pick up the camera and talk to you guys instead to make content. But ugh, it was just fluff. It was a fluff thriller. There was no depth, no character arc, breadcrumb trail, point A to point B, plot line, and that's it. Dot, dot, dot. Which you guys know I hate. Or if you don't know I hate, now you know I hate that. It's a boop, boop, boop. Dot to dots, let's go. Breadcrumb trail, whatever you want to refer to it as. I change what I say a lot of the time when I'm using these phrases, but I'll explain it. But this was very much a Mad-Libbed style thriller. We're gonna sub in all these different things, but overall it's the exact same thing as any other thriller. Was there money involved? We had a cop friend. There was fighting over property. It's not what it seems, obviously, because that's just part of it. My wrist hurts. Do you hear my wrist pop? I'm gonna go make dinner now. I think it's 5 o'clock. I'm done. I'll talk to you guys probably in a couple of days once I let it digest. But we're done. It's finally over. And it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. But still, I hated it. Alright, checking in one last time to close out this vlog, because it's about a week later since finishing Home is Where the Bodies Are. And honestly, like, you know how I was like, oh, I'm gonna digest this and think about it? There was no more thinking about it. I was done. It was done and it was done. There was no more thought. I am so glad it's over. It's already left my mind. I am already got a stack of books from the library. I just keep looking at it over there. I'm so ready to move on. No, I wouldn't recommend this to anybody. And I said it was 2 stars. I am deducting that is 1 star for me. All right. The final review is that I give this 1 star just because it was so predictable and I just could not stand anything about this video. I have no more thoughts about it. There was just, I don't know what it was. There was a bunch of like choices and like kind of things that were like almost, I want to say like motivational quotes, like just peppered in at the end of chapters, that you see like on people's Facebook, like, you know, on like pictures and stuff. And it was like really weird. Like, I don't know why that was in there. It didn't fit the tone of anything. I guess if I was to say it from like an analytical point, I guess it reflects the fact that in the end, the sister forgives the brother and like, oh, we can all still be kind in the end, even if everybody treats us like shit. But like, why bother? Like, why bother with that? Like, that's way too much. That's me like really thinking about it like way too much than I want to. And I doubt that the average person reading this is going to be like, I wonder why these are here. It's just annoying. With that being said, I'm officially ending this reading vlog. I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe and you stick around if you love what you saw, because this is what it is. And if maybe you so happen to want to financially support me, down below we have the members, group 2 and 3. get you into the members Discord, which is just full of fun chatting and me being sassy constantly all the time. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you all. Bye bye.